It's about time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up? Excuse me, what's up to my About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel and who has been taking out the time to watch the videos, share the videos, and like the videos and leave the comments. Hey man, listen, I sincerely, again, I can't say it enough how much I appreciate the love and support that y'all been showing me. I really do appreciate it, each and every one of y'all. I know I can't mention all of y'all by name, but y'all know who y'all are, every single one of y'all, and I mean that. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Encourage others to subscribe to the channel. Pass the word about Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Become part of the About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang. Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant heating up. Alright, so there's a few things I want to touch on about this fight. Because, I mean, of course, Caleb Plant is a huge underdog in this fight. Huge underdog. And he's an underdog not because of his boxing ability. If he is, that's stupid. He's not an underdog because of his boxing ability. He's an underdog because of Canelo's popularity. But this is a boxing match, not a popularity contest. Let's be clear about that. Because a lot of people seem to confuse or get this whole thing misconstrued. Caleb Plant is not an underdog because of his boxing ability. And if y'all think that he's an underdog because of his boxing skills, then y'all crazy. I don't know what y'all watching. But he's an underdog because of Canelo's popularity. We know Canelo has the bigger resume. We know that. But you got to remember, see, a lot of people still feel like that Caleb Plant can't beat Canelo. And yes, I told y'all I'm picking Caleb Plant to win this fight. He has the tools, the skill set. He has everything he needs to beat Canelo. He just has to utilize it the right way. See, when Canelo fought Floyd, Canelo wasn't a huge underdog like Caleb Plant is against Canelo. Because a lot of people thought that Canelo was going to beat Floyd. A lot of people bet on Canelo when he fought Floyd. And Floyd was an underdog in that fight. There was people who bet on Floyd to win the fight. I did. I didn't bet on him, but I picked Floyd to win. But I knew that Canelo wasn't going to win the fight due to inexperience. Due to inexperience. And Floyd, of course, we know he had the better resume when he fought Canelo. Just like Canelo got the better resume fighting Caleb Plant. But skill set wise, I'm telling y'all, this fight is going to be way more interesting than y'all think. Now, Canelo has already said it. I'm going to stop this guy in less than 8 rounds. How many of y'all really believe that? Because I don't. I don't. And if y'all believe that, then y'all must think that Caleb Plant must be making his pro debut. This must be his pro debut then. If y'all really believe that. See, this is the thing. Canelo don't have nothing to prove. And Caleb Plant has everything to prove. Now, could that work into Canelo's favor if Caleb Plant let the pressure get to him? Yeah, it could. Because when the moment is there, everybody performs different under the lights. We know that. We know that. Every fighter performs different under the light depending on the caliber of fighter you fighting. So this is the creme de la creme, the upper crust. This is the top of the heap. Canelo at the top of the food chain right now. And this is why a lot of people don't want to believe that Caleb Plant can beat Canelo. Because they like, it's no way. Like, this is Canelo Alvarez. He only lost to Floyd. He the unified champion. He got all the belts except Caleb Plant's belt. He got the bigger resume, the bigger names. There's no way Caleb Plant gonna beat this dude. Canelo gonna walk this guy down. If y'all believe that this is gonna be an easy fight for Canelo, y'all fooling yourself. And I'm not saying that to say that this is gonna be an easy fight for Caleb Plant either, because by no means at all is this gonna be an easy fight for Caleb Plant, and he knows that. Do I feel like he's preparing according to that? Yep. I think that Canelo is just training just to knock him out. He's just training to catch him with that shot. Walk him down, Canelo, walk to him, Canelo got good defense. I'm not going to take, listen, I don't take nothing away from Canelo. Canelo got good defense. He got fast hands, he got good combinations. You know what I mean? He can, he got pretty good footwork. But he got some miles on that engine too though now. So he's not performing the same way he used to. But that doesn't mean that he's still not as effective as he was when he was a little younger. He's just as effective and just as dangerous because of that. He's very dangerous. Make no mistake about it. But if y'all counting Caleb Plant out, y'all making a mistake. Y'all making a huge mistake. Caleb Plant may not have the names that Canelo have on his resume. But guess what? Caleb Plant got the skill set and the talent to beat most of those guys that Canelo beat. That's on his resume. Billy Joe Saunders can't beat Caleb Plant. Callum Smith can't beat Caleb Plant. If Avni Yildirim was fighting down, Avni Yildirim can't beat Caleb Plant. If he was fighting at 68, he can't beat him. He can't. It's a lot of those guys that if Caleb Plant was to have fought at a smaller weight class, like Canelo when he fought at 47, when he smaller weight class, and he fought a lot of Miguel Cotto, a lot of them guys, when he fought a lot of them guys, yeah. So just because Caleb Plant didn't beat those guys still don't mean that his skill set is not equal. See, y'all look at Canelo's accomplishments. So his accomplishments, yes, they put some distance, some space in between him and Caleb Plant. But does that mean Caleb Plant is not qualified? Doesn't mean that. And I know a lot of y'all want to see Canelo knock Caleb Plant out. And I say this, if Caleb Plant is not careful and he gets careless, then Canelo will stretch him out. No question, Canelo will dust his jacket. If he's not on Caleb Plant, like I said before, he's gonna have to almost fight a perfect fight. He's gonna have to be almost perfect, nearly perfect in this fight to win. Now you got to remember, there's a blueprint on how to beat Canelo, even though he's only lost once. Some say he lost to Triple G, but we know on paper he lost. So there's a blueprint on how to beat Canelo, but there's no blueprint on how to beat Caleb Plant. Does Caleb Plant have flaws that can be exploited? Yep. Does Canelo? Yep. In order for Caleb Plant to be successful, he can't afford to trade with Canelo. That wouldn't be smart. And then some people say, well, dang, if he really want to fight, why don't he stand there and trade with him? No, it's his chest, baby. Thinking man's game. You got to be smart. He's going to have to be smarter than Canelo. Do I think he's faster than Canelo? I think he is. I think he's faster. But that's because, Canelo been, had more fights and he got some wear and tear on him and, But do that mean that Caleb Plant can't beat Canelo? It does not mean that. So if Caleb Plant beat Canelo, how are y'all going to react? Especially if it go 12 rounds. If it go 12 rounds and they give him the decision, woo! I already know if he knocked Caleb Plant, I know everybody going to say, told you he was going, that boy wasn't ready. Told you he was going to knock him out. But then if Caleb Plant get the decision, man, they robbed Canelo. Man, he got robbed, man. Caleb Plant ain't do nothing. But Caleb Plant is going to have to be able to, offensively, he's going to have to be able to beat Canelo to the punch. Defensively, he's going to have to be able to counter punch. And he cannot allow himself to, to lay up in the ropes. Because in the past, in some of Caleb Plant's fights, we seen how sometimes, he get a little lackadaisical and he lay on them ropes and he get hit. He can't take that chance with Canelo, especially not to the body. Because we know Canelo like to go to that body. So I hope Caleb Plant did a whole lot of sit-ups. Because Canelo going to try to get to that body. You get him on them ropes, trust me, that left hook to that body is coming. He going to try to sting him to the body. He going to try to hurt him any way he can. I mean, he already made that clear. He said it's personal. So he said he training different because it's personal. But it's personal for Caleb Plant too. As Caleb Plant said, y'all already from the time this fight was made, y'all already had me down losing. Y'all said I couldn't win. But this fight here is going to be a nail biter. From the time that bell goes ding, it's going to be a nail biter. Because people are going to be on the edge of their seat because they're going to want to see. But Caleb Plant is going to have to be able to dictate the pace of the fight from the beginning. He cannot allow Canelo to make him fight his fight. And to make him fight up or down to whatever pace Canelo wants. See, that's how Floyd beat a lot of people. Fighters who usually fight a different type of way, because if you look at the way Canelo, look at everybody he fought before he fought Floyd. And then when he fought Floyd, all of a sudden it seemed like he couldn't perform like he did against everybody else. This is why everybody said, oh man, nah, Floyd ain't gonna beat this guy. He's stronger, younger. But Floyd knows how to dictate the pace of the fight. He knows how to take fighters, make them make them feel uncomfortable, take them out of their element, force them to fight his kind of fight. And to Canelo's credit, he has mastered that same thing. Ever since he lost to Floyd, never again. He hasn't lost. Could this be Canelo's second loss coming up? Will Canelo take Caleb Plant to school? Or will Caleb Plant be the teacher? Who's going to get schooled? Who's going to be the teacher? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave those comments, share the video. Caleb Plant, Canelo Alvarez. How many of y'all really got Canelo winning by knockout? Or do y'all think this fight gonna go 12 rounds? Because I'm 50-50 about it. I got Caleb Plant winning, but how the fight ends, I'm 50-50 about it. I think that if Canelo does stop Caleb Plant, it'll probably be in the later rounds. Because if Caleb Plant gets gassed, you know what I mean? So, because, they're saying, the critics are saying that, both of them have issues with, at certain points in the fight, they have issues with with stamina, with getting gassed and stuff like that. So who's going to get gassed first? Who's going to have those issues? Because like I said, Caleb Plant going to have to be nearly perfect to win. He can't be anything less than that. Because Canelo going to show up and be Canelo. And even though, again, like I said, even though we know Canelo got caught for cheating, let's leave that stuff out. If he beats Caleb Plant, I don't want the first thing, people to come out and be like, man, Canelo was juicing. Unless it comes out and it gets exposed, it's speculation. It is. It's speculation. So this is how we know he got caught before, because it came out. He got caught before. So let's not, talk about all that stuff. Let's just, because regardless, like I said before, Canelo is still a great fighter. You cannot take that away from him. Don't matter what. He's a great fighter. So let's base this thing on who's better skilled. Who's the best fighter? Who's the smarter one? Who's more athletically gifted? Caleb Plant, man, I don't know if y'all see what I see when I watch videos of him training and videos of Canelo. When I'm doing my research and I'm talking to different people, and collecting information and stuff. So I don't know, when y'all watch, I don't know what y'all see. But Caleb Plant, I'm telling y'all, he has like this silent rage that he has under control, and he uses it. Okay? He uses it as motivation. And he's pushing himself to that apex level because he knows what he's up against. A lot of people still think that he don't know what he up against. And I don't understand why people feel like, man, he gonna find out it's a whole different thing when he step in there. He knows what he up against. These are the moments that he's been waiting for since he started boxing. Canelo been there already. He's been there. And this is why, and I don't know if Canelo saying to Caleb Plant, you're not on this level, you're not ready for this, watch, you're gonna see. And I don't know if Canelo was saying that because he felt the same thing before he fought Floyd and didn't realize it till after Floyd beat him. You understand? Or or he's basing that again, or is he basing that telling Caleb Plant that he not on that level and not ready? Is all that stuff based on, how he felt for a while before he actually got to that point? But everybody is different. Everybody's body chemistry is different. Everybody's thought pattern and the way that they form their thoughts, we all different. We all are different. And I know that, like I said, I know that Canelo is training to knock him out. Canelo is not training to go 12 rounds. Now, could that be a mistake for Canelo? Yes. Because all Canelo thinking about is the knockout. Caleb Plant not looking for the knockout. If he get him hurt and it comes, then he'll try to take advantage of it. I'm sure he will. Or maybe he won't. He'll still be smart and just punish him, and maybe the ref will stop it or something. Who knows? But Canelo is focusing on just trying to knock Caleb Plant out. So what's going to happen when that plan to knock Caleb Plant out don't come to fruition? What's going to happen? When when you throw everything to try to get him out of there, you come in with everything, and you realize that Caleb Plant is too elusive, more elusive than you thought he was. Now you exhausting yourself because people, if you ever, like I said, if you ever box, people don't know you winging them power shots and you miss, that takes something out of you. You don't get re-energized after you miss a winging shot. That takes something out of you. And to try to do that round after round and not succeed in doing it has to play on your psyche at some point, whether anybody wants to admit it or not. So if Canelo throw everything at Caleb Plant, everything in the kitchen, sink, stove, refrigerator, everything, and Caleb Plant takes it, or he's too elusive and, avoids most of it, what is Canelo gonna do then? Keep trying for it? And keep, and keep getting, and keep paying the price after that? See, Caleb Plant, he's not worrying about getting a knockout. He's training to win. Yeah, Canelo training to win, but he's training to win a certain type of way. He just wants to knock him out. And that's it. He just want to knock him out. That's why he said, inside 8 rounds, I'm going to stop this kid inside 8 rounds. Watch. What's going to happen if that don't happen? Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Leave those comments. Will Canelo be undisputed? Or will Caleb Plant be undisputed? Will the teacher get schooled? We're going to find out.